Why do you think the health of the environment of this world in general is so important to issues?
The environment is the base of everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's the base of where we live, what we eat, everything. So if there's like too much pollution, maybe a fish eats plastic and then you eat that fish, that will not only hurt the fish, that would not only hurt the environment, but it hurts humans also because there are many social problems like gender inequality and racism. But I think that if you don't have a world to live in, then nothing is gonna work.
Respecting our environment is basically showing our respect for ourselves and each other.
Yes.
Okay.
Zetra, you crazy?
So my name is Maria Jose, but I like being called Majo. I'm from Colombia, and yeah.
That's great. Well, I'm glad to have you here, and let's get this interview started. What are your expectations for this program? So, what do you think is going to happen in the future with your experience at Wyman, and how do you think the experience is going to be overall?
I think I'm gonna be able to connect with other people and learn more about the UN and about different positions of different countries. And I think this is a very important experience. And if you have like the chance to take it, you should definitely try the MUN. And I think after the program, I'm gonna have like a mind that is like more open, as I will be able to connect with more people.
Mm-hmm. That's great. And what was your purpose on joining Wyman, and what attracted you to this program, and what made you want to actually participate in it?
So I have done Wyman. I have done MUN before, and I think it's really interesting to see different countries, different world problems, and how you can like simulate to solve these. So that really brought me to this program in the beginning.
Mm-hmm. And that's great. So what you're saying is you enjoy connecting with other people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And do you have any future plans to work at the UN or for the UN? And is that one of your interests, or is it a passion for you?
Yeah, honestly, I think that is one of my personal goals, and I would love to have the opportunity of actually working at the UN, especially the ECOSOC Council.
Mm-hmm.
I think the UN does a really important job, and I would love working for them.
And why would you like to work with them? And what passion do you have, and what goals do you have set for yourself to accomplish while, if you get the job and when you do work for the UN, what do you want to accomplish when you're there, when you're working for the UN?
I think that right now a big part of the world problems are environmental, and I don't think it's fair with the world to have these many problems when it didn't do anything more than receive us here.
I
And
like
I
that.
would really like to help the environment and global warming, all of the environmental problems. That's why I chose ECOSOC to be my goal, and also because I feel like the United Nations is a very good organization that like helps others, not just the environment. It helps other people, security, and it's trying to bring peace to the world. And I think that's a goal everyone and all organizations should have.
Wow. Well, I hope you do, one day get into the UN, because you're gonna be a great attribute for not just the UN but for the world. So, well, I think this question is gonna be great for you, and I think you'll have a lot of fun answering this. If you could solve one issue or tragedy in this world that is most important to you, what would it be, and how would you go about solving it?
I would probably solve global warming, as I said before, because I think that is the heart of all environmental problems.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that many people still don't believe in global warming, and there is like no way to prove it to others more than scientific explanations, and they don't want to listen to it. Like pollution, you can show them and they can like literally see what the effects are, but global warming is just something that some people still don't believe. I really don't understand why. So if we could just like solve it, I think it would be amazing, and it would help the world, the animals, everything so much.
That was a great answer, but why do you think environmental issues and just in the health of the environment of this world in general is so important to issues?
The environment is the base of everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's the base of where we live, what we eat, everything. So if there's like too much pollution, maybe a fish eats plastic and then you eat that fish, that will not only hurt the fish, that would not only hurt the environment, but it hurts humans like almost directly. Pollution also, that's like the main cause for pneumonia in kids. Like 1,000 problems are due to environmental problems that are basically our fault. So I think if we can like fix the environmental problems, also because there are many social problems like gender inequality and racism. But I think that if you don't have a world to live in, then nothing is gonna like work, you know?
Exactly. So you're basically saying respecting the earth and respecting our environment is basically showing our respect for ourselves and each other.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's
I
great.
didn't really know where to start, but I think many like programs like the UN or like the YMCA or Cultural Connections really help you to like get a head start. And I actually started a project for the environment.
Really? Can you talk about that project you started?
Yeah, it's called SUACMO Sustainable Action Motivators. You can follow us on Instagram, and we also have a web page, and we're still like developing it. And we, all of us are like 14, 15-year olds, so it's really basic, like, but we're trying to make a change with like what we can. It's basically that right now, like everything that is trending is basically challenges and like that. So we decided that like challenges are good, but they have like such a bad fame because people are doing like illegal challenges and many things like that. So we're trying to do challenges for the environment. So we have like a weekly planner, and like, okay, so for week one are the challenges, I don't know, to recollect the water in your shower with a bucket and then like water the plants with that instead of
So
using
like reusable
like
energy.
extra water.
Yeah.
And like we're trying to do that, and well, yeah, I think the more changes you can make are like better, the bigger.
Exactly. And I actually really like that method because small, simple steps that you can implement to your daily lifestyle add up to making a big change because you're doing it every day and it just becomes routine. So
Yeah.
that's a great method. Yeah. Okay.
Thank
And
you.
I have a question for you as well. So, how has your environment shaped the way you look at the issues in the world? So, what in your environment triggered you to be so passionate about the earth and pollution and global warming?
I think it has been because I am from Medellin, Colombia, which is a very like eco-friendly city, even though because it started having really high levels of pollution to the point where at least a week, a year, you couldn't go out because of the amount of pollution in the air. And the city started becoming a lot more sustainable. And I think like that really inspired me because I grew up in that city. So I realized like, well, this is important and it can make a big impact, especially like at first I saw it like the people in power are the ones that can make the change. But as I went around the world, I saw like more examples of smaller people who started from nothing and could make a change in the environment. So that kind of motivated me. I also, like as I said before, I have lived in different countries around the world, and I realized that all the countries have different problems, and like some have more racial inequality, others have like more gender inequality, others economy is not that good, but like the problem that is almost the same and is really important in all of the countries was environment. So I started like getting like really passionate about that and everything.
Mm-hmm. Wow. I mean, that's amazing that in your mind it's set up to where you see an issue happening in your community and you want to take it greater and make sure that you can affect the whole world and not just where you came from. Like, I respect
Thank
that.
you.
Respect that. But yeah,
Zetra, you crazy?